EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the rugged Pacific coast of Oregon, it's opening round coverage of the Pacific Championship. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. We've got a tie for the lead at 1 under par. Frank, our featured golfer here coming off a really strong performance at TPC Sawgrass. He really was able to feel sort of what it's like to be in that final round dogfight. How does that help a player as their career gets going?
I'll give you 2 reasons, Rich, why it helps somebody's career. The first one is it helps your confidence. And the second one, which I think is even so much more important, is the feeling that you belong.
Well, you're going to need a little luck on a day like this, and he's fortunate to get a good kick there to get the round underway. So, after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4.
Nobody's happy after that shot. Oh, I mean, that was one up from disastrous, really.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And that is hopefully a harbinger for the week ahead, as he is very quickly to 1 under par. On now to the second here at Bandon Dunes, a long par 3 coming in at 220 yards. And it is every bit of those 220 as well, as it can play up to 30 feet uphill depending on the tee box. Fortunately, shots that run long do have a tendency to funnel back down. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. Is starting up the right side. And that is dead center right down the middle here to start the hole. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf.
What a feel. Eagle on the previous hole, just swinging easy and just stripes another one. You playing with house money?
The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Coming off the eagle, this for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And the lead is now 2 here on day 1. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. Boy, he's in a nice little groove right now. Played the last couple of holes in 3 under par, and he's got another in the fairway here. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And this will stay a one-shot lead. The second par 3 of this front side, another long one, this 6th hole measuring out at 217 yards. That voice in your head will be telling you, don't go left, because if you do, you'll be down the cliff and onto the beach here by 5 Mile Point. Oh, that's not going to be good.
Just because it's a short shot does not mean it's easy. Ball sitting in the rough, you know you've got to get the loft on it, can't get too much grass, and if you don't, that's what happens.
Sizable putt from 16 feet. Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. He's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. We head away from the coast now due east as we come to the par 4-7. A big wide fairway should make the tee shot manageable, but from there, this 3-tiered clover-shaped green provides a lot of opportunities for 3 putts if that approach wedge is not dialed in. That one going to split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. So from right around the middle of the fairway, this is second.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Settle. Nope. That's a shocker there. That may go all the way off the green. That might have been a little more break than he was expecting as that one winds up undercutting the hole. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 385 yards. This one, similar in a lot of ways to the 3rd hole, the bigger hitters can easily clear those 2 fairway bunkers and, in theory, leave just a little pitch on for their 2nd. Oh, this is going to be way down there. Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. That's not quite dead from there. That is a good distance short. 8 feet remaining here for birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5 9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way, but if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Putt there, a second eagle of the round, no less. He has been on his game so far. We begin the back 9 here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4 measuring out at 380 yards. It's yet another hole where that blue ocean catches your eye in the distance beyond. This hole, fairly straightforward, but big hitters should take note of that pot bunker that sits about 30 yards short of the green. Uh-oh, that's not going as intended.
They've all been going straight up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
So a poor tee shot at 10. Now he's second. Chance now for another birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And that's going to stretch the lead to 2 shots. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. Oh, he's pulled it. That ball went straight down into the heavy rough. We've got to be careful not to catch the hosel here as he lines up his second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
So that crushed in for par here at 11. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there.
And that flop shot is actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So, a tough hole. That's in for bogey at 12. And he'll fall back to 5 under. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. On to a tough one now. The par 4 14th listed at 390 yards. Pot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front.
Ball's back in the fairway. I guess it's better to be lucky than good.
So can he capitalize on the break here? His second from the short grass. "11 feet away." Nope. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain at 6 under par. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. Putting one in the center of this plateaued green is not a bad play here. Oh, that's a good-looking shot just left of the flagstick, and he'll have that left for his birdie. Now this for another birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he'll move into the lead here with 3 holes to go. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 16. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present bend and dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right. And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation.
That's the modern game. Huge tee shot, little shot, get in close, and a potential birdie.
This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And the lead moves to 2 with 2 to play here on day 1. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. And that one a little wayward. It bounds off the fairway and right into the thick rough. Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. This one going to require some pace back up the hill for birdie. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet.
Well, like the old saying goes, never up, never in, and that definitely applies here.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And the lead's going to remain 2. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in 2. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Superb position right in the fairway and 200 yards to the flagstick. Man, Frank, it is one thing to stack pars on a scorecard, but Eagles, this is an incredible performance.
Well, I'm used to birdie feasts, but eagle feasts? I didn't think you could do that.
Come on, another eagle on the round, and that will be an opening round 62, a tremendous score. So day 1 in the books. What a day it was for our featured golfer, leading by a stroke here on this Thursday.
I remember
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Pacific Northwest and Bandon Dunes Golf Resort, live second-round coverage of the Pacific Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. Frank, here we are a few months into the season now. Major championships just around the corner. But I think it's worthwhile to start talking about the race for the FedEx Cup. And our featured golfer here to this point, how's this ranking number 1 on that list? Just a tremendous start to a career.
It is. Makes them the front runner, too, for Player of the Year, which we really haven't talked about much this season. And that's been a little bit of a tradition these last couple of years. The tiebreaker has actually been the FedEx Cup players, for good reason. They're the best players during the course of the year. So if you win the FedEx Cup, they should crown you more often than not Player of the Year.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, and it's a pretty straight putt down the slope, but it will pick up pace as it gets towards that hole.
Yeah, you can't do much better than that. That could run forever if you don't get the right speed. That's a nice job. Nope, got up and out of that one quickly. You could see it. Okay, it's a bogey here at first. He's going to drop back to -9. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And now our co-leader with problems here off the tee. That ball going to settle down into the thick stuff. That finished off for par here at the second, and it'll stay at -9. On to our first par 5 of the round, the 563-yard third hole. Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. That will do just fine. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That is is a disappointment inside of 10 feet to not be able to get that one down. Yeah, no sweat. It is a birdie here at the third. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss your putt. A well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. We know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that two-check skipper and get it to stop.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
This one is going to come up, I mean, that's got to be 20 feet short. 21-foot putt, set to go. Well read. That's Ian for a bogey 5. He'll drop out of the lead and wind up a shot back. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 fifth. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key, because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. It's about a 60% make percentage from here. This for birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. And he will definitely not say no to that. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 sixth. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. safely aboard, front right portion of the green, and an outside look at birdie. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Oh, wow, that is some kind of putt. Perfect speed, perfect line. It's in for a birdie. And after the 62 yesterday, he'll move to 1 under for his round. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second to a green that is one of the more difficult on the course. Well, this looks really good. Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. So step one is successful off the tee, but now work to be done here. A long one for eagle. And that will come up well short, not gauged well at all. 14 feet to the hole. Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay at 11 under par. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or bomb it over those two fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, whereas the 8th was a short par 4, nothing short about our closing hole here on this front side. The par 5 9th topping out at 585 yards, the longest hole on the course. That said, birdie is certainly not out of the equation. That is, if you can avoid the pot bunkers in the landing area off the tee. got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. This would be a good way to finish off the front side. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. This starting toward the right side. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards, a par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Staring at 142 to the hole. Pin is in the far back portion of this green.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
An outside look here for birdie. Yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. And the lead swells to 6 here on this Friday. They make their par 3s long here at Bandon Dunes. This one, the 12th, measures out at 238 yards. This one at least is slightly downhill. Areas of concern include that putt bunker short and left, and then the thicker stuff that comes into play if you knock it over the back. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field. The rolling hills of Oregon provide the backdrop to this par 5 13th hole. At 553 yards, it is reachable in 2. Big dunes in the fairway could make the stance awkward for that second shot. But a big green that measures better than 50 yards head to toe does yield a good number of eagle putts. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. On a course with so many great vistas, this is visually a tough hole, this par 4 14th. Look out in the fairway and you'll see pot bunkers to contend with in your landing area. If you can stay left of the danger, you will have a better look into an elongated green. And that one not quite able to hang on. It's into the bunker. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Chance now for another birdie.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, that putt's fast, but it's not that fast. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. On now to the final par 3 on the course, the 15th, listed at 206 yards. Don't be lulled to sleep by the sound of crashing waves and seagulls. This hole can bite you, especially if you don't avoid that front right bunker, the deepest on the course. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
That is a chunk. And that was truly a very good shot. It's tough to sort of shake off a stub chip, but well done.
Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. And fortunately, the lead's still a comfortable one at a full 4 shots. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. Trying to curl this into the breeze. This may need to come a little more. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Birdie putt now at 16.
And there's no space for a lapse in concentration here. Perhaps a little bit further away than we would have liked, but a 2-putt would be a very good result.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. A lot of these holes here at Bandon Dunes have big, wide landing areas. That is not the case here at the par 4 17. You'll need to thread the needle here with bunkers on either side, thick rough on the left and a canyon to the right. But a safe drive in the fairway can yield a pretty good look at your second. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Second shot now, it has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. This is a 13-footer. Speed was spot on, a good putt, but nothing to show for it. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 14 under. So now it's on to the 18th here at Bandon Dunes. The fog's starting to thicken up a bit as we reach this 558-yard par 5. The big key is avoiding the bunkers off the tee. Do that, and you'll have a good chance to get out of here with a birdie or maybe even an eagle. This may be a touch right. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in two on the par 5. Oh boy, the pace was perfect. He just didn't quite want to go down. But what a well-played hole. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And this will be slightly worse than round one, but still a terrific 67 here in this second round. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played.